Alright guys, this is just a quick test we're going to do on the HDR 50. We are 100% stock form. I haven't shot this one in a while. This is a Gen 1, I believe, or a Gen 2. We got the Home Defense 24 Mach suppressor. We got HC24 tuning run barrel installed. 1100 PSI tank. Mercury rise degasser, universal on-off adapter. Sorry, yeah. And then we got the NPT fittings. We got the 90 degree. We got the extension, and we got the double nipple end. Killhouse stock and buffer tube. I drilled it out for an extra air chamber. Power plenum. Critical situations adapter. HP adapter. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not sure if I put a spring in this. One of these ones I put a spring in. I don't remember which one, but I was having issues, a farting issue with one of these. I don't know which one they were, but there's my other one. This is my fully tuned one. No issues ever with that. Yeah, let's try this out, see what happens. We just got steel bearings in here. If you can see them in there, yep. Shiny steel bearings, 8.4 gram, 1100 PSI HPA. I mean, we only get, like, in this short stock setup with the HDR, it's not like the HDP, you get around 26 joules, 27 joules stock form. This one here, I think, is a little lower. I mean, unless you have the tuning extension on, I think this is sitting around 22, maybe. It's under 25 joules. We know that, so it's like just over 20. So, with a short barrel setup, I don't know. I don't see us getting much of a jump with this, because it's short. Like any pistol form is short barrel. It's not going to be as much kick as a longer barrel setup. So, anyways, yeah, let's just see what happens. I'm kind of curious. I'm not expecting to even see 30 joules, maybe. Max, if we do. We'd be lucky. Okay, so there's the crony. I remember too, yes, I had an issue with this barrel spring before. I fired a shot once and, oh yes, this is, oh fuck. We might malfunction here. I gotta fix it. It could be my other one. I might not be wrong, but the spring in here, something wrong with it. It gets kinked up. Because I don't have stock barrel springs, so, because I use it for the heavier barrels, you need something a little bit stronger, because otherwise, if you get on a lean, the barrel comes out and it doesn't want to return. The spring isn't powerful enough to return it, so. Anyways, let's just see what happens with this. I'm going to gas it up now. Like I said, it's just an HDR pistol. These things hate CO2. They're not very powerful stock forms, like short distance barrels. I'm not expecting much with this, but if we get anything, it's always a bonus, right? Okay, so. Whoa, we got a fart there. 314. Holy shit, yeah, that's way above normal. I also poured like 5 drops of lube in. So that might have been a little slick on the O-ring. But yeah, we're hitting over 30 joules in stock form, so I can tell you that right now. 282. Yeah, I can feel my barrel springs kind of fucked. It's kind of wonky in there. Whoa, what happened there? Oh, I pulled the barrel out, my mag spun. Whoops. Alright. I'm losing my air pressure. Yeah, see, I'm down to fucking like 1,000 PSI. Nope, hold on, I'm going to top this tank off. Actually, I can't. Motherfucker, my nipples, I can't access the nipple because it's like See, I can't put my filler on there without turning it. Fuck, man. Hold on a second here. Well, I got 1100 PSI exactly left, so let's see what we get. Yeah, 283. So that's more around, I don't know, that's got to be getting close to 30 joules, that number. So, oh yeah, we dropped under our PSI, so, damn it. Damn it. These little, another 321. Do I have any more ammo in here? Oh, we got one shot left. Let's see what happens. We are definitely under the PSI. Yeah, it looks like we're sitting right around 900. Okay, 307. Let's call this a quits. We'll check out those numbers. Shut this off. Wow. That's all the air it holds now. It used to be just a... Now it's like double long. You can tell how much air it's holding. But, this stupid... yeah, I can't deal with this junk. I gotta get a new camera stand. Look at it, it's just fucking weak and loose and falling all over the place. But yeah, I'll just show you those numbers. For crying out loud, man. Oh yeah, okay, so we got 307 the last shot. Shot before that dropped. Because I don't know how we're getting, it goes down under the PSI and then we still get a big kick. Anyways, 312. So 314. So yeah, 314 was our high, it looks like. So pretty consistent, except for that one drop. So yeah, 314. I'm gonna go check that out here, guys. I'm gonna calculate that for you. So, all right. So we got 8.4 at. What did I say? 314? Yeah, 314. My memory's bad. Sorry, guys. Calculate. So, 38 joules. That's what I took off my back in 68 cal. And let me tell you, one was more than enough. I couldn't imagine taking 6 from that. And this is 50 cal, so the 50 cal will do a lot more damage. It'll do a lot more penetration. I mean, you've seen Sean Kemper's recent video. He almost put 45 joules completely through a 10% ballistic gel dummy head. But anyways, yeah. Just to give you an idea what 38 joules looks like in 68 cal, I have a video you can check out too. Scroll back. And you'll see a big hematoma picture on my back. But I took 38 joules from an HDR 68. And then I took 30 and 25 from an HDX shotgun. But yeah, man, 38 joules is perfect. I'd say 38, 35, 40 is a perfect entry level. But make sure you have lots of ammo. If you're going to use a low setup, powered setup like that, make sure you have lots of ammo. That way you're guaranteed. Because if you shoot 6 and he's still standing there, I'm sorry, you're in a world of hurt now because he's going to be pissed. And if you can't fight, what are you going to do now? But anyways, just don't let it get to that point, guys. Keep your power up nice. And get a setup with lots of ammo and a setup that's not going to break and fail and jam up and bolt. You know what I mean? It's not going to break on you. Something reasonable with decent PSI. You don't need this 1100 PSI. I mean, for this exact setup you do to get this power, but in general, most markers, even these markers, if you put a tuning run barrel on this, sorry, an extension on this, you can lower your PSI and still get those numbers. Like, you can play around and just see, but you can also restrict the air tubes with 1100 PSI. So if you're getting like 95 joules in your setup, you want to cut your setup power in half, but still use the 1100 tank. Well, put an empty CO2 cartridge up in the CO2 chamber, and then that'll take out half of your airspace. I remember I did a 90 joule setup, 95 joule setup. No, wait, it was an 85 joule setup on the HDB, and I restricted this part here with an empty CO2 tube I put in. I even plugged the CO2 hole in it. I put some poly shit in there and filled it. And we got, it was around a 45 joule. So we went from 85 down to 45 joules. So that we dropped almost half our power. But anyways, it took it from being lethal. So if you only have 1100 PSI tank, that would be the way to go, right? Anyways, there's all kinds of ways to configure this. Yeah, these tanks are really solid. Like, look, there's no worries here. Shake and shake, rattling, shaking. Like, you can shake the shit out of these things, man. And they just... the NPT, yeah, the brass fittings, they're a little bit loose. But, they're softer. But what I like about the brass fittings is when you're wrapping them with all that extra Teflon tape, they get to the point where they kink up and really tight because it's soft, and like the metal just kinks into the threads. And when you have all that Teflon tape in the middle, it just creates a fucking airtight seal. I have not had a single leak with any of these builds I've had yet, even with the cable ones. It's because of the amount of Teflon you put on. If you just do 5 or 6 wraps, then yeah, you can expect leaks and loose fittings. I do around 30 full turns with the Amazon Teflon. You'll get them in 10 in a pack, so I do about 30 complete rounds around the thread, and then I just kink it in. I lock them in like with my wrenches and stuff. But if you're only going around 5 or 10 times, yeah, you can still get a seal, but it's gonna be, it'll give it on you. And if your tank happens to like shift like that, shift, the more it does that, then it can't loosen up. But like I said, I had to really crank on that to do that. So you can also put permanent Loctite in there and like seal it up permanently. I mean, I'm jumping around putting these all in different markers and back and forth, so I can't leave them permanent yet. But when I figure out what I'm going to do and when I set my actual personal markers, I'll do the Loctite every time. I'll get a really good one that holds. After all, there's like 70 or 80 of them out there. All different numbers from the blue, red, and white all the way up to like 100 or 80. Or I also have some 65 or 56 hydraulic threads. So yeah, really good stuff out there. Anyways, guys, I'm kind of rambling on, but yeah, it's a very compact build. Yeah, see, it's not really interfering at all with anything. It looks like it kind of restricts your thumb, but it doesn't. I mean, if you got big sausage fingers, yeah, it might be uncomfortable, but you can always set your, have your tank offset so it's down here. You can have it so it comes back up higher. You can have it so it goes even lower. You can have it so it comes closer out this way. You can have it so it's pressed right up against the marker. Yeah, like if you're ever uncomfortable, there's a rail under here. You can also 3D print a part, and then this tank will slide right into it. Like you can connect this part to the rail, and then it'll go over top of here, so that way it'll stabilize it. I mean, if you want to get cheap and technical, you can probably just wrap a zip tie through there, and then through here. And then it'll lock the tank in place if you're anal about that stuff. But I mean, you're not walking around with this thing all day, right? So don't worry about it. Just keep it set, thread it up, set it, put it in your drawer, under your bed, wherever you keep it. It ain't gonna unthread itself. So when you do use it, you're only gonna have it in your hand for like 5-10 minutes, and then the thread will be over, and then y'all go back to sleep and call the police, and then, you know what I mean? So you're not walking around with this all day, so you don't have to worry about stuff like that. Just keep it set on the side. And even though it's like, it's threaded perfectly fine, it's just all a matter of the quality of the job you do. Like, yeah, you can make it so it's just shit and it leaks every time. But with all my playing around, I haven't had a single leak yet with the threads. I get my leaks with But the O-rings and the fittings and the adapters, it's never this Teflon shit for me. But anyways, to each their own, guys. Y'all stay safe, take care, have fun. You can get all these parts at Home Defense 24. Ask Florian. Same thing with the adapters and stuff too. You know, different stuff, tanks, build. Everyone's got different stuff, but there's critical situations. I got these ones from long time ago. Yeah, John made me this one. He made me a couple of these ones way back when he first started. And yeah, like sometimes if you keep switching them and taking them out of different markers and stuff, the O-rings do wear out. But like if you leave it in permanently, like you'll never get a leak. Just leave it there and stop playing with it like I do. Because I'm making videos around the clock. And I'm always testing off camera. I'm always shooting in here. Sometimes we get the kids down here with all the gear on, the goggles and shit, and the earmuffs, and they like hitting the targets and plinking the splatterburst. But yeah, guys, here it is again. There's our results. It is 28 foot-pounds, 38 joules. 38's 38, we're guaranteed. So I always round that 27 to the extra one. I'll give it the benefit. So let's call it a 39 joules. You call it whatever you want, but I call it 39 joules, and that's what I'll be advertising it. Yeah, guys, 38 joules, 6 shots, very effective in 50 caliber. Like, there's a reason I won't take 50 caliber and get shot by it, because it's just the penetration damage compared to any other thing in 68 cal. Even the pointed rounds in 68 cals do not have the like the Z-Rams are awesome, but they don't have the penetration that those small 50 cal, because there's just a lot less surface to break through. But yeah, anyways, guys, I've said this 100 times and I can't think of anything else. You don't need the suppressor on there. That just, I mean, you can baffle them out and stuff yourself and make them suppress the noise, but like I said, that's just a cool look right now for me. If you take that off, it's really short and compact. You'll get this. This doesn't add any power because this is just a hollowed out can. So you need an actual barrel with the same diameter to get the power. So yeah, you put on one of these guys and you'll probably jump 15, 20 joules just by sticking that on there. Guaranteed. Yep. And by the way, if you guys are wondering when the power is coming from, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but this power Plenum buffer tube stock, I have a big old 1132s drill bit. So I drilled this all the way down about from the tip here, so from here 2.5 inches into the buffer tube. Hold on, can I get this off? 1 second here, just let me set this down. Yeah, so here we go. Now there's a better look at it. So it's just a standard buffer tube with the air through. So yeah, I drilled the tip of it from there all the way back to about here somewhere. So it's all hollowed out this thick. So it's an air chamber, like it's about like right to where my thumb is, maybe going back. I drilled one all the way back here, but it's too much air. You get bad results doing that. Jumps and drops and jumps and drops. I come to here, all my shots are like within usually 5 FPS from each other. You get the odd drop of like 10 joules or something once in a while, or maybe a slight jump. But most shots you see in my videos are all like 2 FPS apart. So it's pretty good. And we all get like, every marker so far gets huge gains. Up to 25 joules, and you can go even longer if you set the barrels longer and stuff. You'll get way bigger gains. But yeah, guys, y'all stay safe, take care, and have fun. This is just an easy, very effective, powerful 50 cal revolver HDR build. You don't always need the big, fully decked out $3,000, $2,000 carbines. I mean, they're nice and all, but you don't need those just to protect yourself. There's options too. You can build an extended magazine on here, but just go look at my other videos. I'm rambling on again, guys, so I'm going to let you all go. You guys stay safe, take care, and have fun.